If hard work alone created millionaires, the hardest workers on earth would already be rich, but they're not, because wealth doesn't respond to effort. It responds to energy. Money doesn't follow your to-do list. It follows your frequency. Before you open your mouth, your aura speaks for you. Before you enter the room, your energy has already introduced you. You don't attract what you chase. You attract what you are. Today, I'll show you how to train your aura to stop repelling wealth and start commanding it. This isn't magic. It's magnetic alignment, because the truth is simple. You don't need to force money. You need to tune yourself to the frequency of abundance. Let's begin. You've been told that money comes from grinding, from waking up earlier, from staying up later, from working harder than everyone else. But if hustle alone created millionaires, then every construction worker, every nurse pulling double shifts, every delivery driver working nights would already be wealthy. They're not, because wealth doesn't respond to effort. It responds to alignment. Let me explain. Money is not chasing the person who works the longest hours. It's chasing the person whose energy matches expansion, whose internal frequency says, I am ready to receive. You've seen it before. Two people with the same skills, the same experience, one gets promoted. The other gets overlooked. Why? It's not luck. It's not favoritism. It's resonance. One walks into the room with an aura that says, I belong here. The other enters hoping to be chosen, and the universe, like people, always responds to the signal of certainty. You see, hustle without alignment is like rowing hard in the wrong direction. Yes, you're moving, but away from the shore you want. Alignment is when your thoughts, emotions, and actions play the same melody. No dissonance, no pretending, no desperate chase, just clarity, congruence, and quiet confidence. That's when life starts opening doors that once looked locked. That's when you say the same words you used to say, but now people listen. Because your aura has already introduced you. Before your mouth moves, your energy speaks. Before your handshake, your frequency has already negotiated the terms. And here's the uncomfortable truth. If your internal dialogue is filled with doubt, guilt, and fear, you can have all the goals in the world, but you'll unconsciously sabotage every opportunity that could make them real. Why? Because money doesn't follow what you say you want. It follows what you believe you deserve. This is the law of resonance, the most underrated wealth principle on earth. Everything vibrates. Every thought emits a signal. Every emotion sends a message, and the world mirrors that signal back to you. If your signal is scarcity, you attract proof of scarcity, missed chances, underpaid work, endless effort with little return. If your signal is abundance, opportunities seem to find you, introductions appear. Timing aligns. Doors open. Coincidentally, but nothing about it is coincidence. It's frequency. Think of your aura as your personal Wi-Fi network. When your inner connection is weak, the signal drops, and wealth can't download. But when you strengthen it through discipline, focus, and emotional calibration, your energy transmits stronger, clearer, and farther than ever before. That's why the most successful people seem to flow. They're not pushing, they're not forcing, they're tuned. They understand something the world still ignores. Money is energy, and energy follows order. If your internal world is chaotic, your external world will reflect it. If your mind is noisy, your results will be inconsistent. If your aura is scattered, your income will fluctuate. But when you align your energy, when your body feels safe with success, your emotions vibrate gratitude, and your thoughts anchor in worthiness. You stop chasing money. You start attracting it. Let me make this practical. Think of the last time you walked into a room and instantly felt drawn to someone. Maybe you couldn't explain it, but something about their presence was magnetic. That's aura. It's not appearance. It's not status. It's alignment. People sense coherence. They trust it. They follow it. So when your internal world is aligned, when you're not pretending confidence but living confidence, your energy becomes the loudest resume you could ever carry. And here's what's wild. Your aura negotiates for you before you even speak. Before your interview, your energy already whispered, "I'm the one." Before your sales call, your tone already said, "This is the right fit." Before your pitch, your vibration already closed the deal. That's not superstition, that's psychology and physics, holding hands. So ask yourself right now, are you broadcasting abundance or anxiety? Are you walking like someone who owns their worth, or waiting for permission to feel deserving because your aura can't lie? It reflects the truth you live every day. And if that truth is fear, wealth will avoid you. If that truth is self-belief, wealth will find you. This is the wake-up call most people never get. You are not poor because you lack opportunity. You are poor because your signal keeps sending mixed messages. But the good news, you can retrain your frequency. You can tune your aura. You can decide starting today that you will no longer chase what should be magnetized to you. You are not meant to beg for success. You are meant to become success. So let's keep going. Let's go deeper. Because in the next chapter, you'll learn how your aura is not a mystery, it's a muscle. And you've been training it every single day, whether you knew it or not. Most people think their energy depends on the mood of the moment. They wake up feeling good and suddenly believe they're magnetic. Then a single email, a rejection, or an unexpected bill hits and their vibration collapses. They think their aura vanished, but it didn't. It just revealed its baseline. You see, your aura isn't built in the highlight moments of your life. It's built in the repetitions you practice when nobody's watching. It's not what you do when everything's easy. It's who you are when life tests you. Every thought you repeat, every emotion you indulge, every belief you reinforce, they're all reps in your energetic gym. And here's the truth, you're training your aura whether you mean to or not. When you complain, you're training your aura to normalize scarcity. When you doubt yourself, you're teaching your nervous system that safety and success can't coexist. When you envy someone else's win, you're programming your energy to repel your own. But when you choose gratitude in small moments, when you choose calm instead of panic, when you choose to believe, even without proof, you're expanding your signal. That's what builds a magnetic aura. Not hype, not hashtags, habits. Your aura is not the outfit you wear. It's the atmosphere you create. It's not a mystical glow. It's a byproduct of emotional repetition, the same way muscles form from physical repetition. So if you want to change your aura, stop waiting for inspiration. Start creating consistency. Let me tell you a quick story. A client once told me, every time I enter a client meeting, I feel small even though I know my work is excellent. I asked her, what do you say to yourself before you walk in? She said, I hope they like me. There it was. That one phrase had trained her aura to emit insecurity. For months, she had rehearsed that same thought, and her energy carried it like a perfume, invisible but undeniable. So we changed her ritual before every meeting. She closed her eyes, took one deep breath, and said, "They're lucky to experience my work." At first, she didn't believe it, but after 2 days, something shifted. Her tone changed, her posture straightened, her aura recalibrated, and her income doubled. Because your aura doesn't respond to temporary confidence, it responds to emotional memory. What you repeat becomes what you radiate. Your body learns what your mind rehearses. If you constantly tell it, "I'm under pressure," it stays in defense mode. If you teach it, "I'm safe to succeed," it starts to open, receive, and expand. That's why emotional habits matter more than emotional highs. Highs are fleeting. Habits are permanent. Think about athletes. They don't win because they get motivated once in a while. They win because their nervous system has memorized victory. It's no longer something to reach for. It's something they return to. That's how your aura works. It doesn't care what you occasionally feel. It cares what you consistently believe. If you want to attract abundance, you must train your nervous system to feel safe with abundance. If your body feels unsafe around success, you'll unconsciously sabotage every level you reach. You'll pick fights before opportunities. You'll hesitate when you should act. You'll shrink when you should shine. Because the body always protects its comfort zone even when that comfort zone is suffering. So, let me ask you a question. What emotions are you addicted to? Because addiction isn't just chemical, it's emotional. Some people are addicted to worry. Some are addicted to guilt. Some are addicted to proving themselves. And every addiction has a frequency. You can't manifest wealth while being emotionally addicted to struggle. You can't magnetize peace while rehearsing anxiety. You can't embody freedom while clinging to fear. The good news: you can rewire it. Every time you interrupt an old emotional loop, you're rewiring your aura. Every time you pause before reacting, you're reclaiming authorship of your signal. Every time you choose gratitude over gossip, you're teaching your field that abundance is normal. This is why awareness is the first step to mastery. You can't change what you don't notice. Start tracking your emotional patterns like an investor tracks numbers. Ask yourself, what emotion do I wake up with most days? What emotion do I fall asleep with? What emotion drives my decisions? That's your true aura report. Because the energy you live in is the energy you trade in. You don't attract what you post. You attract what you practice. You can say, "I'm abundant" all day long, but if you spend your afternoons anxious and your nights in guilt, your vibration tells the universe a different story. Your aura listens to what you do, not what you declare. So, train your energy like you'd train a muscle, with focus, with patience, and with repetition. You don't go to the gym once and call yourself fit. You don't meditate twice and call yourself enlightened. You practice until it becomes automatic. That's how aura training works. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to make wealth your natural state, to raise your emotional baseline so high that abundance feels normal. And once it feels normal, it stays. Because what's familiar becomes what's magnetic. So from now on, pay attention. Every sigh, every complaint, every thought of "I can't," That's training your aura. But so is every breath of gratitude, every moment of calm, every decision to believe again. You are always broadcasting. The only question is, what signal are you repeating enough to become real? You can want success with every cell in your body and still not attract it, because wanting and believing live on two different frequencies. Wanting whispers, believing commands. When you want something, you're still admitting you don't have it. When you believe it, you vibrate as if it's already yours, and that's when the universe starts rearranging itself to meet you halfway. Think about the word want. It's soaked in lack. It says, I don't have it yet. So every time you say, I want to be rich, I want to be free, I want success, you're actually broadcasting, I don't have it. And energy doesn't deliver to people who lack. It delivers to people who expect. This is why people can repeat affirmations for years and nothing changes, because their words say yes, but their vibration screams no. They're praying for abundance while secretly fearing they'll never deserve it. They're visualizing success while emotionally rehearsing failure. They're chasing goals while doubting every step. The universe doesn't read your vision board. It reads your nervous system. Let me give you a real example. Two professionals walk into the same salary negotiation, sam résumé. Same experience, same value. The first one says, I hope they give me 90K. That's wanting. The second says, my market value is 90K, and I'm ready to deliver results at that level. That's believing. Same room, different tone, different result. Because belief carries inevitability. It's not arrogance, it's energetic, congruence. And people can feel it. They may not be able to explain why, but they sense when someone's energy says, this is already mine. That tone, the tone of inevitability, is what closes deals, attracts allies, and opens doors faster than strategy ever could. So how do you move from wanting to believing? You start by dropping the timeline obsession. Wanting is impatient. Believing is patient. Wanting says, when will it happen? Believing says, it's already happening. When you believe, your actions slow down, but your certainty speeds up. You stop forcing outcomes and start aligning environments. You begin walking like the version of yourself who's already there. Belief doesn't beg. Belief behaves. It's not about pretending. It's about practicing the identity of the person who already has it. Because that's what belief really is, embodied certainty. Look at anyone truly successful. They didn't get there by hoping. They got there by holding faith when logic said, quit. When everyone else asked, what if it doesn't work, they whispered. What if it already has? Belief bends reality because it tells energy where to go. It gives your aura a blueprint, and the aura obeys the blueprint, not the wish. You don't receive what you want, you receive what your aura has become. That's why doubt is so expensive. Every moment you doubt, you dilute your frequency. You send a mixed signal. One day you're abundant, the next you're anxious. The universe pauses, confused. Money avoids confusion. Opportunity avoids uncertainty. Both flow toward clarity. Now, here's something to practice. The next time you catch yourself saying, I want, replace it with I am. Instead of I want wealth, say I am wealth in motion. Instead of I want success, Say, I am becoming success embodied. Do it not as a slogan, but as a recalibration. Say it until your body starts believing your words. And yes, at first it will feel fake, but so does every new language until you become fluent. Fluency in belief takes repetition. It's not magic, it's muscle memory. You train your nervous system to normalize the feelings of abundance until they become your baseline, until walking in certainty feels easier than walking in fear. Remember this: wanting dreams of wealth, believing lives is wealth. Wanting is reaching, believing is receiving. Wanting attracts resistance. Believing dissolves it. When you stop chasing the outcome and start being the outcome, your aura begins broadcasting that new identity automatically. People will start saying, "You've changed," and they'll be right, because your frequency changed first. And the moment your frequency changes, your future can't help but follow. So, if you truly want to attract wealth, stop wanting it. Start becoming it. Because the most magnetic people in the world don't crave success, they expect it. They walk with quiet confidence, calm certainty, and the conviction that says, it's already done. That's the tone of inevitability. That's the sound of alignment. That's belief in motion. And that's the energy your aura has been waiting for. You can believe in wealth with your mind and still block it with your body. Because the truth is this: your nervous system doesn't care about your goals, it cares about safety. If your body associates success with stress, pressure, or judgment, it will quietly sabotage everything that threatens your comfort. You'll hesitate when you should act. You'll procrastinate right before breakthroughs. You will find reasons to shrink when the spotlight finally shines on you. Not because you're weak, but because your body thinks it's protecting you. Most people don't realize this. They try to think their way into abundance. They repeat affirmations, visualize, that push harder. But their body is still carrying the memory of lack. You can't outthink what your body still fears. Your aura isn't just shaped by your thoughts. It's sculpted by your nervous system's response to those thoughts. If your mind says, "I'm ready for more," but your body tightens every time you receive more, you're sending two opposite frequencies, and the universe always reads the louder one. The body always wins. So how do you change that? You train your body to feel safe with success. Safety is the foundation of expansion. Without it, abundance feels threatening. With it, abundance feels natural. And here's the key: your aura amplifies whatever your body believes is safe. If your body only feels safe when you're struggling, you'll keep manifesting struggle. If your body feels safe being calm, capable, and confident, you'll start manifesting calm, capable, and confident outcomes. This is why nervous system regulation isn't a wellness trend, it's a wealth skill. Let's make this practical. Before your next big decision, a pitch, a sales call, an interview, pause. Take one slow breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth twice as long. As you do, say silently, "I am safe to succeed." Feel your shoulders drop. Feel your heartbeat slow. That single act tells your nervous system, "This new level won't kill me." And that message rewires your aura. Because when your body feels safe, your energy expands. When it feels unsafe, your energy contracts, and contraction repels wealth. Most people misunderstand growth. They think success feels like fireworks. It doesn't. It feels like relaxation. Success is the absence of internal resistance. It's the moment your body no longer flinches at abundance. So many people think they have a money problem. What they really have is a safety problem. They say, I can't keep money, but their body says, money means pressure. They say, I can't attract better clients, but their body says, visibility means danger. They say, I want to scale my business, but their body says, growth means losing control. And the body always chooses safety over success, so let's reprogram that. Step 1, notice the resistance. Every time you feel tension around money, pause it. Don't run from it, observe it. Ask your body, where do I feel this chest, stomach, throat? Don't label it. Just notice it. Step 2, breathe into it. Deep, calm breaths tell the body, it's safe now. The goal isn't to erase the fear. It's to coexist with it calmly. Step 3, reframe the signal. When you feel nervous before big opportunities, say to yourself, this isn't fear, this is expansion. Your body doesn't know the difference between anxiety and excitement. You decide the label, and that label changes the frequency. Over time, your body begins to trust success. It learns that being seen is safe, that holding wealth is safe, that receiving praise, attention, or abundance doesn't mean danger. It means evolution. When that happens, your aura stabilizes. You stop leaking energy through anxiety. You stop oscillating between confidence and collapse. You start radiating quiet certainty, and that's the energy the world responds to. Because people don't just hear your words, they feel your nervous system. A calm body communicates power. A tense body communicates fear. And the world mirrors whichever one you live in. So from this day forward, before you chase another strategy, another hustle, another plan, pause. Ask your body, do I feel safe with success? If the answer is no, don't force action, create safety first. Because once your body feels safe holding more, you won't have to chase more. It will start chasing you. Wealth flows to coherence. Money trusts calm. Opportunity loves stability. Train your body to relax in abundance, and your aura will finally broadcast the truth. I am ready. I am safe. I am open. And when that becomes your baseline, everything you once chased will begin to find you. You can do all the inner work in the world, visualize, affirm, and meditate. But if you keep living in an environment that drains your signal, you're training your aura to stay weak. Because your environment doesn't just reflect your energy, it amplifies it. Whatever vibration you carry inside, your surroundings will turn up the volume. If you doubt yourself and surround yourself with gossip, complaints, and chaos, your doubt multiplies. But if you begin to rewire your aura for confidence, and you surround yourself with clarity, courage, and growth, your energy strengthens tenfold. Environment is not neutral. It's either fuel or friction. Think about music. Even the most beautiful melody will sound distorted through a broken speaker. Your aura is the song. Your environment is the speaker. So ask yourself, what kind of sound are you living inside of? Is it filled with noise, negativity, distractions, and drama? Or is it tuned, balanced, and clean? Because your aura can't broadcast abundance if it's constantly competing with static. Let's get brutally honest. Some people in your life are not bad, they're just loud. Their fear is loud. Their doubts are loud. Their limitations are loud. And if you stay near that frequency long enough, you start echoing it. It happens quietly. You begin to apologize more, dream smaller, explain yourself longer. Not because you lost your power, but because your field got contaminated. Energy is contagious. Every conversation is a trade. Every room you walk into is a transaction. You're either depositing or withdrawing energy. There's no in between. That's why the wealthiest people are so protective of their space, not because they're arrogant, but because they understand amplification. They guard their mornings like sacred ground. They curate their conversations. They design environments that reflect their future, not their fears. It's not luck, it's hygiene. Energetic hygiene. You wouldn't eat rotten food and expect health, so why consume negativity and expect abundance? Let's turn this into practice. Step 1, audit your space. Look around right now. Does your environment tell the story of your potential or your past? Is your workspace cluttered with old energy, broken things? Papers, just reminders of who you used to be. Clean it. Not for aesthetics, for energy. Every item in your space is broadcasting a frequency. If it doesn't say I'm growing, it's whispering I'm stuck. Step 2, audit your people. Not from judgment, but from awareness. Who in your life expands you? Who drains you? Keep the expanders close, the ones who remind you of your power when you forget it. And bless the drainers from a distance. You don't have to hate them. You just can't vibrate with them anymore. Step 3, audit your input. What are you feeding your mind? Because your mind is the soil where your aura grows. If your daily input is gossip, complaints, and comparison, don't be surprised when your energy mirrors it. Replace doom scrolling with intentional consumption. Read wealth. Listen to clarity. Watch excellence. Feed your frequency the diet it deserves. Here's a truth few people realize. Abundance loves order. Wealth moves through systems. And your environment is your first system. When your space is chaotic, your mind becomes scattered. When your space is calm, your mind becomes creative. This is why monks, artists, and CEOs all understand the power of sanctuary. They create environments that cue the brain into peace, focus, and authority. You can do the same even in small ways. Keep one corner of your room sacred. Light a candle before you work. Play music that matches the energy you want to attract. Every sensory detail becomes an instruction to your subconscious. This is who I am now. And remember, your environment is not just physical. It's digital. Every scroll shapes your subconscious. Every voice you listen to writes code into your nervous system. Mute the noise. Curate your feed like your future depends on it, because it does. You are either programming your mind for mastery or mediocrity. The choice happens one click at a time. So, if you want to protect your field, stop living reactively. Design your atmosphere on purpose. Turn your room into a frequency of success. Let your workspace smell, sound, and feel like abundance. Let every detail tell your body, this is home. This is who we are now. Because when your environment aligns with your intention, your aura stops fighting resistance. It starts receiving reinforcement. That's when progress feels effortless. That's when opportunities find you faster. That's when you walk into a room and the room starts changing, not because of what you said, but because of what your field declared. Protect your peace like it's your paycheck. Guard your attention like it's your inheritance. Curate your space like it's sacred because it is. You are not just living in your environment. Your environment is living in you. So build one that amplifies your highest frequency and watch how quickly wealth begins to echo back. You don't need more hustle. You need better calibration. Because your aura doesn't respond to intensity, it responds to consistency. It listens to what you practice daily, not what you promise occasionally. The truth is, most people don't have a mindset problem. They have a maintenance problem. They think one breakthrough moment will fix everything. One book, one seminar, one quote. But energy doesn't transform in moments. It transforms in rituals. Imagine your aura as a musical instrument. If you don't tune it every day, even the most beautiful melody will sound off. You can play harder, sing louder, force the rhythm. But if the instrument's out of tune, the song still collapses. Your emotions are your tuning system. And if you want wealth, peace, or clarity, you have to tune them daily. That's what emotional calibration is. It's not therapy. It's training. Training your emotional field to operate at the frequency of abundance. So, here are the 3 daily rituals that keep your aura aligned and magnetic. Ritual 1, the emotional audit morning clarity. Every morning, before you touch your phone, ask yourself one question. What am I feeling right now? And does it serve who I'm becoming? Most people don't check their emotional state before starting the day. They just inherit it. They wake up and pick up yesterday's energy, stress, worry, or regret as if it were part of their identity. But awareness changes everything. When you name an emotion, you neutralize it. Say it out loud if you can. I feel anxious. I feel excited. I feel heavy. Then decide, keep it or replace it. If it doesn't serve your purpose, breathe it out. Imagine exhaling that frequency, like smoke leaving your body. Because every emotion you carry into the day becomes your broadcast signal, and that signal decides what kind of opportunities will find you. Clarity first, then creation. Ritual 2, alignment affirmations, midday reprogramming. Most affirmations fail because people repeat them from the neck up. They speak them, but don't feel them. To reprogram your aura, you must speak to your nervous system, not your ego. Here's how. Stand tall. Breathe deep. Then say your affirmations slowly, like instructions to your cells. I am safe with abundance. Money is welcome in my field. My presence creates peace and prosperity. I am wealth in motion. Pause after each one and feel it. Don't rush the silence. Let your body memorize the sensation of wealth. Because your nervous system doesn't understand words, it understands sensations. So when you combine words with feeling, you create a bridge between belief and biology. That's how your aura learns to hold abundance without resistance. Do this every day, around midday when fatigue or doubt starts creeping in. It's your energetic reset button. Ritual 3, visualization and energetic pre-play, evening integration. At the end of your day, before you sleep, close your eyes and visualize tomorrow not from the outside looking in, but from the inside looking out. See yourself walking into that meeting calm, confident, magnetic. See yourself speaking with certainty. See the message being received. See the transfer of trust, and then feel it. the peace, the pride, the gratitude of the outcome already complete. This is what I call energetic pre-play. You're rehearsing your future like an athlete rehearses victory. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between imagination and memory. If you repeat the emotion enough times, your aura begins broadcasting it as your default. That's why the most successful people often say, "I've already lived this moment before it happened." They did emotionally. Now imagine this. You wake up, audit your emotions. Midday, you affirm alignment. Nighttime, you visualize completion. 3 touch points, 3 calibrations, 1 coherent frequency. Do this for 21 days. No skipping, no multitasking, just presence. You'll begin to notice the world shifting around you. Conversations open up. Timing improves. You meet people who just get it. Because you've stopped reacting to life, you've started directing it. Let me be clear. Emotional calibration isn't about faking positivity. It's about stabilizing truth. It's not pretending everything's perfect. It's reminding your energy who's in charge. You can't always control what happens, but you can always control what you broadcast. And when your broadcast becomes clear, life responds with precision. That's the secret. The old masters knew alignment is not an event. It's a practice. And when your daily rituals become sacred, your aura becomes unstoppable. Because repetition builds resonance, and resonance builds reality. So from now on, don't chase miracles. Repeat mastery. 5 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes at noon, 3 minutes at night. That's all it takes to keep your field clean, your energy aligned, and your aura magnetic. Do that daily, and the wealth, the peace, the power you once chased will start chasing you. Wealth doesn't begin in your bank account. It begins in your energetic posture, the way you think, feel, and move through the world. You can't fake a wealthy aura. You either radiate it or you don't. Because abundance isn't a performance, it's a presence. And that presence is built on 4 core elements, 4 energetic forces that shape how people see you, trust you, and respond to you. If you master these 4, your aura becomes undeniable. If you neglect them, no strategy, no script, no hustle will save you. So let's break them down one by one. Element 1, certainty, the frequency of trust. Certainty is louder than confidence. Confidence can be rehearsed. Certainty is embodied. People don't follow the loudest voice in the room. They follow the most certain one. Certainty doesn't mean you know every outcome. It means you trust yourself with any outcome. It's the quiet, I've got this energy that calms everyone around you. You've seen it. 2 people pitch the same idea. One sounds smart but uncertain. The other speaks fewer words, slower, grounded, and everyone believes them. That's certainty. And it's magnetic. When you move with certainty, you signal to money, opportunity, and people, I'm stable, I'm prepared, I'm worthy of the investment. Your aura becomes a contract. So how do you build certainty? Through promises kept. Every time you follow through on your word, you strengthen your energetic backbone. Every time you delay, avoid, or excuse, you weaken it. Self-trust is the foundation of certainty, and certainty is the first pillar of wealth. Element 2, calm. The magnetism of stability calm is not the absence of emotion. It's emotional mastery. Calm says, I'm not reacting, I'm responding. It's the energy of people who don't panic when life tests them, because they know storms don't drown you. Overreaction does. Calmness is your aura's insurance policy. It keeps your frequency steady even when the world shakes. Money loves calm energy. Opportunities trust it. Chaos avoids it. Why? Because calm communicates safety, and safety is the currency of trust. When you're calm, people feel it. They relax around you. They open up. They follow your lead. If your aura is frantic, people may admire you but won't invest in you. If your aura is calm, people may not even know why, but they'll want to be around you. That's the quiet superpower of calm. So how do you cultivate it? Through breath, through space, through pauses. Learn to slow down your words. Breathe between sentences. Let silence do some of the talking, because silence is never empty. It's full of power. Element 3, congruence. The harmony of truth. Congruence means your thoughts, words, and actions are aligned. You say what you mean, and you mean what you say. The world can feel when you're off. When you speak one thing but believe another, your aura flickers. That flicker creates mistrust, even if no one can explain it. Congruence is the most underrated wealth signal, because people don't buy products, they buy alignment. They buy from the energy that says, what you see is what you get. If your outer image and inner truth don't match, the world hesitates. You can't affirm abundance while operating from fear. You can't visualize wealth and live in avoidance. You can't speak confidence and move like doubt. Congruence doesn't mean perfection. It means honesty. It means you're no longer hiding from yourself, and that honesty makes your frequency stable when your actions, emotions, and intentions all vibrate in the same direction. The universe doesn't hesitate. It harmonizes. Element 4, contribution, the currency of expansion. The final element is contribution, giving without keeping score. Contribution shifts your aura from survival to expansion. It says, I have more than enough to share. That energy alone multiplies what you have, because giving doesn't drain wealth, it circulates it. Every time you help, teach, serve, or uplift, you broadcast the frequency of overflow, and the universe mirrors overflow back. The wealthiest people in the world aren't just receivers, they're channels. They understand that energy is designed to move, not hoard. Contribution doesn't mean charity. It means impact. It means showing up with the intention to leave every room, every conversation, every person a little better than before you arrived. When you live like that, your aura develops gravity. People feel pulled toward you. Not because you want something, but because you give something value, clarity, belief. And in a world starving for genuine energy, that's priceless. So here they are again: certainty, calm, congruence, contribution. The 4 pillars of a wealthy aura together. They form the energetic skeleton of every magnetic person you've ever admired. You can sense these qualities long before you hear them speak. You feel their frequency walk into the room before their footsteps. And you trust them not because they told you to, but because their presence said it for them. Now it's your turn. Practice these 4 elements daily. Audit them every week. Ask yourself, did I keep my word today? Certainty? Did I stay composed under pressure? Calm? Did I live in alignment with my truth? Congruence? Did I give more value than I expected to receive? Contribution? That's the checklist of an aligned aura. And when you practice it long enough, you won't need to convince anyone of your worth. Your aura will do the talking. You'll walk into rooms that used to intimidate you, and now they'll feel like home. You'll stop chasing validation because your energy will validate itself. That's the power of these four elements. That's the architecture of magnetism. Because when you embody them, wealth stops being a goal and starts being your gravity. There's a version of you that wants to grow, and there's a version of you that's terrified of what growth requires. One of them is building your future. The other is protecting your past. And until you choose between them, you'll stay stuck in the loop wanting more, yet sabotaging every rise. Because wealth doesn't come to the person you used to be. It comes to the person you're becoming. But here's the catch. You can't step into that version without shedding the old one first. Most people don't fail because they lack ambition. They fail because they keep dragging their old identity into their new season. They want to attract abundance while still thinking like the underdog. They want to lead while still needing approval. They want expansion while staying loyal to the version of themselves who is afraid to take up space. But you can't attract premium outcomes with a low-rent identity. Let's be real, the old self isn't evil. It's just outdated. It was built for survival, not success. That version of you had one mission: to stay safe, to fit in, to avoid judgment, to belong to people who were never going where you're headed. And it did its job, but now that same version is your ceiling every time you apologize for your power, every time you underprice your work. Every time you hide your ideas to avoid criticism, you're letting your old self drive your new destiny. So let's do something radical. Let's thank that version and release it. It protected you when you didn't have tools. It helped you survive chapters you weren't ready to face. But you're not surviving anymore, you're evolving. And evolution requires elimination. The same energy that once kept you safe is now keeping you small. That's the paradox of growth. You can't become who you're meant to be and stay who you've always been. Shedding the old self isn't about changing your name, your wardrobe, or your followers. It's about upgrading your emotional identity. Ask yourself, what version of me am I still defending? The one who plays small, the one who over-explains, the one who lowers their voice to make others comfortable. That version isn't bad, it's just expired. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your expansion. Your growth doesn't need their permission. You are allowed to outgrow conversations, environments, and expectations that no longer fit your frequency, because staying small to make others comfortable is the most expensive mistake you'll ever make. Let's make this practical. Grab a notebook and draw 2 columns. On the left, write "I no longer." And on the right, write "From now on, for example, I no longer apologize for charging my worth. From now on, I honor the value I create. I no longer shrink when I'm praised. From now on, I receive recognition with grace. I no longer chase validation. From now on, I validate myself. I no longer identify with struggle. From now on, I normalize success. This exercise looks simple, but it's energetic surgery. Every sentence is a command to your aura, a declaration that rewires your self-image. Because your aura will only ever reflect the identity you're most loyal to. And here's something powerful. When you release the old self, the world will test you. It will send you the same situations in new disguises to see if you'll respond from your past or your potential. Don't panic. That's proof you're ascending. Every test is a mirror. Do you still identify with the old frequency? When you respond differently, when you hold your new standard, the universe upgrades your level automatically. Of course, releasing the old identity can be lonely. You lose resonance with people who liked your smaller version. They'll say you've changed, and they'll be right. Change is the price of clarity. Let them misunderstand you. Let them gossip. Let them project. They can't see the new frequency yet because they're still tuned to your old one. Don't lower your vibration to prove loyalty. Raise it to prove evolution. Because the people meant for your next level will find you at that frequency, here's the truth. You don't need to become someone new. You just need to remember who you were before the world told you to play small. That's your real identity. Not the scared one, not the apologetic one, not the one living for permission. The real you was always magnetic, always confident, always abundant. You just buried that version under years of fear, guilt, and conditioning. Now it's time to dig it out and wear it like armor. From this moment on, walk as that version, speak as that version, decide as that version, because identity isn't what you have, it's what you embody. Your aura doesn't care what you call yourself. It cares what you practice daily. If you act like your higher self long enough, you become that self. If you act like the old one long enough, you relive the past. You choose which version gets airtime in your frequency. So, choose wisely, because the moment you stop apologizing for your power, the world stops doubting it. You're not here to fit into your old story. You're here to write a new one. And every time you shed what no longer serves you, your aura grows brighter, cleaner, and more commanding. That's identity upgrade. That's energetic rebirth. And it starts the moment you stop pretending to be less than who you already are. Transformation isn't built in a moment of motivation. It's built in the discipline of repetition. Every day, you are training your aura, either intentionally or unconsciously. And the truth is, most people are training their aura to stay weak. They wake up reactive, scroll before sunrise, and feed their frequency confusion instead of clarity. But not you, not anymore. For the next 30 days, you are going to retrain your energy field like an athlete trains their body, with focus, with rhythm, with devotion. Because repetition doesn't just build skill, it builds identity. The 30-day Aura Training Challenge is simple. It's divided into 3 daily phases: morning activation, midday reset, and nighttime integration. Each one is short, powerful, and designed to hardwire wealth into your nervous system. Do this for 30 days, no skipping, no excuses, and you will feel your entire vibration recalibrate, not through luck, through deliberate frequency conditioning. Let's break it down. Phase 1, morning activation. The 3-minute command. Your morning sets the baseline for your aura. If you begin reactive, you'll spend the day cleaning chaos. But if you begin intentional, you'll spend the day magnetizing order. So before you touch your phone or check your messages, sit up straight. Close your eyes and take 3 slow breaths. Then speak this command out loud. I am wealth in motion. I am safe with success. I am open to receive. I am trusted with abundance. Say it like you mean it. Say it until your chest softens and your breath deepens. Because what you speak in the first minutes of your day becomes the architecture of your vibration, then take 1 minute to visualize your ideal energy moving through the day, how you enter meetings, how you listen, how you make decisions. Don't focus on results. Focus on presence. You're not predicting the future. You're programming your frequency. This is how you command the day before the day commands you. Phase 2, midday reset. The 90-second realignment, halfway through the day. Your energy starts drifting. You've handled conversations, emails, noise, and your aura begins to pick up static. Most people ignore this and push harder, but that's like trying to run a marathon without refueling. Instead, you'll do a 90-second reset. Step away from your screen. Take 1 deep breath in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Then repeat these 3 phrases quietly. I am grounded. I am clear. I am still in control. This resets your nervous system, dissolves emotional clutter, and restores the calm frequency that money trusts. You'll notice that after this short ritual, decisions become sharper, conversations smoother, and time seems to stretch. That's not coincidence, that's coherence. Your field is back in sync. Phase 3, nighttime integration, the 3-minute replay. At night, most people replay stress. They think about what went wrong, who annoyed them, what didn't happen, and then they fall asleep, broadcasting lack. You're going to reverse that pattern before bed. Take 3 minutes to integrate the energy of the day. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly. And ask yourself, what frequency did I live in today? If it was low judgment, fear, frustration, don't shame yourself. Simply acknowledge it and say, I release what is not mine. Then, visualize 1 moment from the day where you acted from alignment, even if it was small. Replay it in slow motion. Feel the emotion of it. Gratitude, calm, clarity. Let that feeling be the last signal you broadcast before sleep. Because sleep isn't rest, it's reinforcement. Your subconscious will replay the frequency you fall asleep in for the next 8 hours, so make it intentional. Bonus practice, the weekly reflection aura audit, once a week. Take 10 minutes to audit your progress. Write down what drained my energy this week, what amplified it, what emotions repeated most often, what new belief felt natural to me. These reflections become your data. They reveal your patterns, not to judge, but to refine. Because awareness without consistency is noise, but awareness combined with daily repetition, that's transformation. What happens after 30 days? At first, your body might resist. Your mind might say, this is too simple. That's normal. You've spent years training your aura in reaction. Now you're training it in creation. By day 7, you'll start noticing subtle shifts, a calmer tone in conversations, faster clarity, fewer doute. By day 14, synchronicities appear. People respond differently. Opportunities open faster. By day 30, you'll realize you're not trying to attract wealth anymore. You're simply aligned with it. It's showing up because your field finally feels safe to hold it. Rules of the 30-day challenge 1. No multitasking during rituals. Presence is the practice. 2, no skipping days. Energy loves momentum. Every missed day resets the signal. 3, no self-judgment. You're not chasing perfection. You're conditioning power. 4, track your wins, not your worries. What you celebrate, you duplicate. When you complete this challenge, you won't just feel better. You'll be different. Your energy will walk into rooms before you do. Your calm will communicate confidence. Your presence will open doors that logic never could. And people will say, I don't know what it is about you, but you feel different. They won't realize it's your aura, but you will. So take this as your invitation. 30 days, 10 minutes a day. No shortcuts. Audit, align, integrate. Train your aura like your future depends on it, because it does. And when you finish, you'll never go back to chasing again. You'll simply walk, and the world will follow your frequency. After all the lessons, all the practices, all the rituals, there comes a moment where learning must end and living must begin. Because embodiment is where your power becomes permanent. It's the difference between knowing abundance and being abundance, between talking about alignment and walking as alignment. This is the final stage, the integration, where your aura stops being something you train and starts being something you are. The shift from practice to presence. When you first began this journey, you had to think about every move, your breath, your posture, your focus, your affirmations. It felt like effort, and that's okay. Every master begins as a mechanic. But now, after all this repetition, your nervous system knows the rhythm. Your body remembers what alignment feels like. That's integration. You're no longer chasing the feeling. You're becoming the frequency. You see, the goal was never to attract wealth. It was to create a level of internal harmony so strong that wealth can't help but match it. When you embody abundance, you stop asking, when will it come? Because you already feel complete. And the universe always rewards completion. Your aura speaks louder than words. At this stage, you'll notice something subtle. You talk less, but your influence grows. You don't need to convince anymore. You don't need to explain. You don't need to chase, because your aura is now doing the speaking. When you walk into a room, people adjust their tone. When you speak, they lean in. When you lead, they follow. Not because you're louder, but because you're clearer. Clarity has gravity, and you've earned that gravity by mastering your energy. This is what true charisma is not. Noise, not flash, but coherence. Your internal world and external world finally agree, and people can feel it. They don't know why they trust you. They just do. That's aura intelligence, and you've trained it into existence, living aligned in a misaligned world now. Let's be honest. The world around you won't always match your new frequency. You'll meet people still addicted to chaos. You'll enter rooms vibrating fear, scarcity, or judgment, and your old self will be tempted to shrink, to fit in, to blend. Don't, because your job is no longer to adapt to low frequencies. Your job is to hold your standard calmly, consistently, courageously, until the room calibrates to you. You are the thermostat now, not the thermometer. You set the tone. And when you embody peace, power, and purpose long enough, the external noise loses its pull. You'll find yourself smiling at problems that used to paralyze you. You'll see opportunity where others see threat. You'll turn pressure into presence. That's embodiment. You no longer try to stay aligned. You simply refuse to abandon yourself. The 3 signs of true integration. How do you know you've truly embodied your aura training? Watch for these 3 markers. 1, you stop reacting to triggers. What used to set you off now barely moves you. You've become emotionally sovereign, not because you suppress emotion, but because you understand energy exchange. 2, you attract without effort people, ideas, money. Timing all begins syncing naturally. You're not hustling for alignment anymore. You're magnetizing it through stability. 3, you feel wealthy before you see wealth. That inner calm, that grounded joy becomes your new measure of success. And ironically, that's the vibration that multiplies external success faster than anything else. When these signs appear, I know this, you've crossed the invisible threshold. You've shifted from doing the work to being the work, becoming the signal now. You live as the broadcast. Every gesture, every breath, every thought transmits. You're no longer chasing energy. You are the energy. You've become the embodiment of wealth, the signal of safety, the anchor of calm, the beacon of clarity. And everything that matches your signal is already on its way to you. You'll notice synchronicities appearing faster, not because reality changed, but because you did. The field is responding to its master. You've become the kind of person who doesn't ask, what do I need to attract? But instead asks, what do I need to embody? Because embodiment is attraction, your final daily mantra. From this point forward, let this be your mantra. I no longer chase. I align. I no longer seek permission. I express truth. I no longer wait for signs. I am the signal. Say it in the morning. Whisper it before sleep. Breathe it in until your body believes every word. This is your declaration of sovereignty. The moment you stop playing small and start radiating full power, because wealth doesn't follow strategy, it follows signal clarity. And your signal is clear now, unmistakable. Indéniable, the legacy of alignment. One day, people will ask you, how did you do it? And you'll smile because there won't be a single tactic to point to. No secret formula, no shortcut, just a daily devotion to alignment. Just a consistent decision to live as truth. Just a willingness to train your aura until your presence became its own success story. That's the legacy of alignment. Not what you achieve, but who you become. Because wealth fades, fame shifts, but energetic mastery, that's forever. You've trained your mind to believe. You've trained your body to feel safe. You've trained your aura to attract. Now, live as the proof. Don't return to smallness. Don't apologize for the light you've earned. Don't wait for permission to lead. You are the broadcast now. You are the message. You are the magnet. Walk in that truth and let the world chase you. You've spent your life chasing success, chasing validation, chasing proof. But what if the chase ends here? What if everything you've been looking for was already orbiting you, just waiting for you to match its frequency? Because you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And today, you've remembered who you really are. You are not a beggar of destiny. You are a builder of energy. You are not here to impress the world. You are here to influence it. You are the broadcast, the magnet, the signal. So from this day forward, walk as wealth, not toward it. Speak as certainty, not hope. Move through life as if everything you desire is already on its way, because it is. The universe doesn't respond to begging. It responds to belief. You don't need to force money. You need to tune yourself to abundance. And once your energy matches your destiny, the world has no choice but to deliver. So train your aura, protect your peace, guard your frequency, because your aura is your empire. And when it's clear, confident, and aligned, wealth doesn't resist you. It recognizes you. You're not waiting for your time. Your time is waiting for your signal. This is your moment. Breathe it in, embody it, and let the world chase you. If this message woke something inside you, don't just listen, live it. Subscribe now to Hill Mindset Legacy, where we turn Napoleon Hill's timeless wisdom into modern spiritual power. Every week, we train the mind, the energy, and the habits of those who refuse to live average. Comment below with, "I am the signal to declare your alignment," because from this moment forward, your aura leads and the world follows. This is your Hill Mindset Legacy.